Hi, this is a video mostly for parents of ICA students. This is one of the coaches at ICA. My name is Nick. We're just going to make a quick video explaining the ins and outs of chess.com because with all these classes being online, this is really our only way to have them play and interact with each other game-wise after the lesson. So we want to make sure everybody's comfortable using this. Okay, when you first go to chess.com, I have signed myself out. Normally it will just log you in if you already made your account and logged in, but for your sake, this is a completely bare chess.com. Okay, you would either sign up if you have not made an account already. If you go to sign up, it's going to take you to creating a username, putting in your email, normal signing up for something. You should be able to go through that one. After that, you would log in, whatever your account is, and then it will take you to this homepage. Okay, here, the left sidebar is most of where your action is happening on chess.com. To be clear, this is on a computer. I know a lot of you are using a phone or a tablet. On the phone and tablet, it's very similar, but it's harder to give perfect instructions, but we'll follow along regardless. Okay, on the computer, you have home, play, puzzles, learn, connect. For some people, there are no words here. It would just be these icons, so like the chessboard or the speech bubbles, it would just be icons, no words, depending on how big your screen is. But your first thing is your home page. That is right here. Play is going to take you to anywhere you can play a game from. You can go to live chess to challenge other people. You have puzzles. They can look into that on their own. It won't be important to play each other in classes, but I do encourage that they do puzzles at some point, so it's good on the side. Learn is articles and videos and stuff. Also not important to challenge each other, but useful info they can use. Connect is very important. This Connect tab is going to have forums, clubs, friends, blogs, members, coaches. Yes? Okay, so friends is very important. You can add a friend anywhere here. We'll go in there. So you would hover over Connect with your mouse and then go to Friends. It will take you to this page with your friends list. Everybody that you've sent a friend request and has accepted will be listed here. If you want to add a new friend, there is a button up top, Add/Invite Friends right here. If you click that, you can invite anybody to be your friend. So any username. You would have to get the chess.com username from the person you're trying to add. But in the case of classes, the coach will have all the usernames, and the coach will be able to tell you who to add or who not to. Okay, so you would type this username in here and press request, and then it will send them a friend request to their messages. Okay, if you're on the receiving end of a friend request, you will also need to know where your messages are. Messages is also very important. So, connect is where you'll see your clubs and your friends. We'll get to those in a minute. Home. If you mouse over home, the only one important here for the students will be messages. In their message inbox, they'll see all of their friend requests, and they can accept them from here. You have your inbox, your unread messages. You will find them in here. So if you get a friend request, you will have an option here to accept it. If you get a club invite, you will also be able to accept it from here. So we have an ICA club on chess.com that we're going to be using. We're inviting every single student we can to join this club. Once they're in the club, they'll be able to see everybody else that's in the club, and they'll be able to challenge each other from there. So the idea of it is that all the students are in one place, and they'll be able to challenge anybody else in the club. So in our classes, we would just tell them, go to your club menu and challenge this person, and they'd be able to do it from there. To get to their clubs, first you would have to come to messages, like we are here, home, and then messages. If you're on a phone or tablet, I'm not sure where it is, but you should be able to find your message inbox somewhere. So just mess around with it, search for it, find your messages. You'll have a club invite, and you'll be able to accept it. I'm already in the club, so I can't really show you, but it would be in here if you were not. We would send you a club invite, and you would accept it from here. Okay, once you're in the club, you go back to Connect, these speech bubbles. Again, not sure where this is on a phone or tablet, but you are looking for your clubs menu. We're going to our clubs menu after we've joined the club. So in clubs, you'll see here all the clubs you're a member of. Right now I'm only a member of ICA, but all the clubs you're in will be here. You would go into ICA. On the right hand side, you see news, forum, notes, chat, etc. You're looking for the members list. So members right here. This will take you to a list of every single person in the club. You can scroll through it. We have a lot of people. There's multiple pages. If you're searching for a specific person, you can search for an opponent up here. So what would happen here is your student needs to be familiar with getting to this page. They need to know how to go into their clubs. They need to know how to get to the list of members. And from here, I can challenge any person in this club using this chessboard icon with a plus on it. So this is what we're going to be using with the students. We need them to be familiar with this process. We want them to be able to join the club, navigate to the club menu, to this list with the members, and then we would tell them who to challenge from there. Now, if they're used to this process, it shouldn't be difficult. It should only take them like 30 seconds to get a game started, which is what we want. We want this process to be as smooth as possible. Okay. If for whatever reason they are not in the club, you can manually send them a friend request instead. That's where friends would come in. So if they are not a member of the club and you can't challenge them from here, what you would do instead, you would go to Connect, Friends, back to add/invite friends. You would type in their username manually and send them a friend request. They would go to their messages, accept the friend request, and then after they have accepted the friend request, you will see them here on your friends list. You can also challenge any of your friends to a game. So even if they're not in the club, you can send them a friend request, and once they accept, you can challenge them from here. When you open the challenge menu, this is what it will look like. You press challenge, it will bring you to this menu. You want to make sure custom game is selected. It should be automatically. Do not go to quick match. If you go to quick match, it's just going to play a game against a random person, which we don't want. You're trying to challenge this specific person, in this case, another classmate. So custom game is automatically selected. Do not change it. For time control, 10 minutes is usually fine, but if you would like to change it, there's all kinds of options here, 5 minute, 3 minute, 1 minute, or you can set it to whatever you want with custom time. But usually 10 minutes is fine. Now, once you select your time, it should have the name of your opponent here, and then you can choose whether you want it to be rated or unrated. So if they're playing on their own account, rated is fine. If they're not, then you can always make it unrated if you don't want it to impact the account's rating. After that, you just press the orange play button and it will send them a challenge. Once the challenge is sent, they should receive it as long as they are in the live chess menu. Sometimes it will tell you challenge not received because they are not in live chess. So one of them sends the challenge, the other one will be in play and live chess, just sitting here waiting for the challenge. Once the challenge comes through, it'll pop up on their screen and they'll be able to accept it. But again, the coach will be able to help them with all this in the moment. The only thing we need them to be familiar with is the clubs and the friends. They need to know how to challenge a player, okay? After that, there's not too much else. I'm semi-worried about the phone and the tablet because I'm not exactly sure where the menu is, but you just need to know where your messages are, you need to know where your clubs are, and you need to know where your friends are. That's about it. The only other thing we have to show you, there is a limit on how many people per day we can invite to a club. We can only invite 30 members to the club per day. So with all of our classes, there's more than 30 people a day trying to get into the club. There is a way for you to request entry to the club so we don't have to send you an invite. If you go to Connect and then Clubs, if you search up any club, find Clubs, and then search up any club here. So you want to go to all of the clubs on the entire website. So to do that, you press Find Clubs on the right, and then you would type in any club here. If you type in International Chess Academy and search for us, the club will come up, and I'm already in, so I don't have the option, but you would be able to request entry to this club. So you would go in here, request entry, and we'd be able to accept you from there. And that doesn't take up one of our 30 invites. So rather than sending all the invites manually, it's easiest if you just go to Connect, Clubs, find Clubs, type in International Chess Academy, and request entry from there. I think that's about it. So, the very shortened version of this. You need to know where your messages are. It's in Home and then Messages. You need to know Clubs, Connect, Clubs, and Friends. Most of the time the kid will be in the club that you're trying to challenge. If they're not, you can manually add them through the Friends menu and through all of that. If you want to request entry to the club, if we're out of invites, you can go to Connect, Clubs, find Clubs, and search for us. The only other thing, just please make sure your child knows how to swap between Zoom and the internet browser. Because a lot of the time we're in our Zoom class, and I ask them to go to chess.com, and they don't know how to get there. They don't know how to open their internet. They don't know how to get to chess.com. And even if you have it open for them, they don't know that the taskbar on the bottom is how they switch windows. So they don't know how to get out of Zoom. All they have to do is click their internet browser and it'll take them to whatever you have open for them. But just make sure they know how to transition between Zoom and their internet browser. And that's about it. And again, all of this is just in an effort to make sure that the kids are able to play. And we're trying to make it so that our classes are not spent struggling to get these challenges through. We want them to be familiar with the process so that when they come to class, most of the time can be spent on chess rather than this stuff. And that's about it. If you have any questions, you can email us as always, and we'll try and answer all of them.